Hello, this is Chris Duncan here. Just wanted to go over a quick way in Photoshop that we can add a digital matte or digital frame to our image. If you may be submitting an image for competition or just want to finish it off, or maybe you need to just print a canvas around it for various reasons. So mostly this pertains to image competition. I've had several people reach out to me kind of struggling with this when they're first getting into image competition. So just wanted to show you that now. So here we have our image that we've opened. This can be any image that you're considering entering. And the first thing we want to do is you'll notice now that in our right-hand side, the layers palette, the right-hand bottom, if you don't have the layers palette visible, go to Window, Layers, and that'll pull up your layers palette. So I've got the background. I want to duplicate that background layer. I did Command J. If you're on a Windows machine, it'd be Control J. Duplicate that. It's very important that you duplicate the first step. Now what I want to do is I want to go to Image, Canvas Size. And my current size is 23.6 by 17.7. So I want to just make that new canvas 4 inches bigger. Doesn't matter what your image is now. I just want to make it 4 inches bigger. So I'm going to change in those values. And don't do relative because this will put an even border around it. I'm not worried about the background color right now. It's just going to extend it as gray. And that's fine. I'm going to click OK. And there we go. We've got an even matte all the way around our image. So now the next thing I like to do is I want to be able to change the color of this image and play with different colors and see which one I feel works best. So now I'm going to select the background layer. And I'm going to go to New Fill Layer, Solid Color. Sure, we can call it what we want. And then I can start dragging, or I can even click in my image. Ooh, I kind of like that dark green. Let's see what this light green looks like. Maybe the blue. The blue's too bright. Don't want to click on a black. The black's not bad, but I kind of like that dark green that we found early right there. So I'm going to just click OK. And so now that color fill is that color. Make sure it's underneath your first layer. If it covers your image, that's okay. You probably just need to rearrange your layers. And now if you want to change that color again, you can double click on the thumbnail within your layer palette and it'll bring up your color picker again and you can go through the process. So there's one final step I like to do here, and that is what we call a key line. And what a key line does is just a thin line between the image and the background or the matte that just puts a border around that. So it shows some division. So when the background color is close to the matte, there's a definite end to your image. So click on your image layer. In this case, it's image 1. If you double click within that, not on the name, to the right of the name, you will get the layer styles. So you can click on stroke. That is a layer style. The size, I think 3 to 4 is a good size. I like the position on the inside, not the outside. That will make the corner square and not rounded. And then I can do color. So maybe here would be a good time to do a golden color. And that looks nice right there. And I'm just going to take this stroke size bigger so you can see what we're actually doing. And so let's put that about 4. Let's put it at 4 pixels. Very good. So now when we zoom in on that corner of our image, we can see we've got a nice dividing line. We've got this canvas color that we selected, and it finishes out our image. Now with that stroke, if you want to change that stroke in your layers palette, you will see it on the bottom where it says stroke. You can double click that again, and you can go and change that color to something else very, very easily. So, and then when you're done and you're ready to save this, you would of course go to Layer, Flatten. You want to flatten the image before you save it, or you may want to save it, copy. And I'm going to go to Image, Image Size. Most competitions want 4,000 on the long edge, so I'm just going to do 4,000 pixels. I'm going to let the Photoshop resample it automatically for me. And then I can save it as a, go and save it how I want to title it, save it as a JPEG, .sRGB color space. Make sure that's your color space if you're working with competition. So just a quick way to add a digital mat around your images. Once again, this is Chris Duncan. Thanks for watching and happy creating.